Okay, so for our first design for our pellet identifier, we had a touch sensor on the top and a color sensor at the bottom. And the two sensors were connected together with Legos. And it had just enough space so that when a large marble fit in, it would hit the touch sensor up and identify the marble as large. And when you put a small marble in, the touch sensor would not be pushed up, and it would identify the marble as small. The color sensor on the bottom was what we used to read the colors for the marble, but we ended up deciding to scratch that because we found out that the RGB values would be a lot more accurate than just using color sensor values, and it was harder to read between close types of marbles. Okay, so here's our final design for subtask 3 for the pellet identifier. What we did was we made a ramp so we wouldn't have to feed the marbles in by hand. We could use our dispenser and feed the marbles in through that way. What we did was we put a box around it so that it would have a constant light instead of different adjusting lights in different rooms. That way the reader would identify colors more accurately. What we also did was we had a motor here that would control a gate that would stop the marbles. For now we scratched that because we just wanted to work on the identifier and identifying the right types of marbles based on size and color. But we're going to add the motor in later in our final design.
I should say this is hour 6 of working with basically 2 other team members. Like Austin and Logan and I are the only ones here. I think maybe other people have put like a couple sentences on the design notebook while we've been here for 6 hours. But the reason we're scrapping the motor is because we just don't have the time for it. So the other thing we did for the building process as far as doing everything is also another time problem, and we don't have people, is that that it's just been taped to the floor and to the box and to the tape at this point. It works and it is a functioning robot, so that's what we're going for. And, yeah. And then there's the mic. Okay, so we're gonna pause it. Alright, so we have this huge loop. It's a while loop. It is stopped with the press of a button. Yeah. And so there's different case structures that are comparing the values of the RGB values that the camera will take. So the RGB is light sensitive, so that's why we put the box on it, because it depends on what the values are on where it is. And so right now we just have it set up to the green. And so the green value comes out and it checks with the in-range. For the in-range, we actually had a problem because LabVIEW and the EV3 system have different in-range functions, but it looks the exact same. So that had to be flipped out. And then for green and white, there's a slight problem there because they're really close in range. So for right now, white and green are put into a separate case than everyone else's. Those are just kind of simple. But this one has another case in it for color detect, and so it'll change from RGB to color detect, which isn't the most, what's the word for it, the most accurate reading of it, but since it's in the dark, for right now it is. And then we also have this handy weight function that I've never seen before, and that Austin found. He's cameraing. And then it outputs. The outputs are really disgusting, but look at that. Sit. Pause that. This is day 28 on the island, and we have some code to show you. We're gonna run this. We're running it continuously because that's cool beans. And it's going to keep it continuously running so that we can like test multiple marbles. It's not just like one test, and it's not like just some nice coding features of LabVIEW. How do I do this?
So, what's our first marble?
Large.
Green large marble. Let's do it.
Green large.
Are you mad at me?
Hey, how's it going?
How are y'all?
Pretty good, pretty good.
We are going.
Hit the button.
I'm hitting the button. Green large.
Green large.
Green large.
1 for 5. Next, we have red large.
Red large.
I was texting him earlier today, and then he texted me, and we started doing this, and I saw it, but I got the
Red large.
Red large.
I hope you're enthused.
I am very enthused. All right, is that white?
Oh
What
my! It's white plastic.
White plastic. Okay.
Hour 8 on the island. I'm coming. White plastic.
White plastic.
Sorry,
Okay.
I'm also pressing a button. I don't know if that's clear or not. I'm just touching my knee and it's magically outputting code. Oh
Okay.
my!
Metallic marble,
Metallic.
steel marble.
Real metallic.
Real metallic.
We had a problem originally coding that. Logan over there, he actually knows a little bit more about that. But they had a problem with it reading brown or something, and so we ditched that.
We ditched that.
Ditched it in the gutter. This is metallic
Oh, click it.
for the gold.
Metallic.
Metallic.
Very good.
We are 4-4, and that is just spectacular. White, whatever this is, glass.
White glass. Small white glass.
Small white glass, if we didn't know that, because that is a requirement. We're running. I press.
Press it.
I press.
And we get white
small.
small. Awesome.
We are done. I am done with life. Let's go.
process in one.
At one time.
Okay.